Hey friends, Miss B here. It is Tuesday. We are going to get started with our math. On your math packet, I would like you to turn to page number 5. We're on page number 5 in today's math. If you look at the top of page number 5, you'll see what our objective is. What are we doing today? We are going to practice two different strategies. We're going to practice the counting on strategy that we can use to solve math problems, and we're also going to make a 10 so that we can solve subtraction problems, just like we made a 10 last week to solve addition problems. Let's go ahead and get started with the make a 10 strategy for subtraction. My first problem that I see says 12 minus 3 equals blank. So on my board, I have already started off by writing the number sentence. 12 minus 3 equals blank. Over here, I'm going to use my 10 frames to help me solve, just like I did last week. My 10 frames, if you remember, have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares. That's why we call it a 10 frame. I've got a 10 frame up here, and I've got a 10 frame down here to help me subtract today. Our number sentence starts with 12 minus 3. So I have put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 dots. I built the first number, which is 12. I am not going to build the second number. I'm not going to build the 3 because I'm not adding on 3 more. I'm taking away 3 more. Now, it might be easy just to take off 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, but that's not the second grade strategy that we're using today. We're using the make a 10 strategy, which means that I need to figure out how to start a number sentence that will get me this answer and begin with 10. I only want to have 10. So if I want to have a number sentence that starts with 10, okay, how many do I need to get rid of? If I only want to have this 10 frame up top, how many would I need to get rid of? I would need to get rid of 1 and 2. So what I did is I started with the 12 dots. I took away 2, and that leaves me with 10. Now I've got the 10 dots. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for a number sentence that starts with 10. I also want to show what I did to those dots that I took away. Well, I took away 2 dots, and if I take away 2 dots, that would leave me with 1 dot left. If I start with 3, I take away 2, I've got 1 left. All right, so I went ahead, I took my 12 dots minus my 2 dots. Now I've got 10, but I'm not quite finished because I still have to take away. See, we've still got 1 left. I have to take that 1 dot away. When I take that 1 dot away, 10 minus 1, I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here's my making a 10 sentence. 10 minus 1 equals 9. That's going to be the exact same answer as 12 minus 3. The only difference is this way I solved it making a 10 first. So I'm going to go back onto my worksheet for number 1 up at the very top, and I'm going to write 10 minus 1 equals 9, just like 12 minus 3 equals 9. Same thing, it's just we used a 10 sentence to solve. Let's try one more together. Let me erase my board. Let's jump over to number 2. Number 2's number sentence says 14 minus 5 equals blank. My first things first, I need to build 14. That's my first number. Building the number 14 on my 10 frames. And I've run out of green dots, so we'll have to use a couple orange dots. Now I've got 14 dots here. I've got 10 up at the top, 11, 12, 13, 14. Instead of just taking 5 away, I need to ask myself, how many dots do I need to take away so that I only have the 10 up at the top? So that I only have the 10 up at the top. Well, to only have these 10 up at the very top, I would need to take away 1, 2, 3, 4. I would need to take away 4 dots. What I did is I just took 5 and I broke it apart and took away 4. I just took away 4 dots. Now, if I have 4 dots, how many more would I need to get 5? If I have 4 dots, how many more would I need to get 5? I would need 1 more. Okay, so what I did is I took this 5 and I broke it apart to show my 4 dots that I took away. That leaves me left with 1. 14 minus the 4 I took away gives me 10. Ooh, good, I have 10. Remember, I wanted to make this into a 10 sentence. But I'm not quite finished yet because I still have this 1 right here that I have to take away. So I need to take away 10 minus 1, and that will give me, you guessed it, 9. So 14 minus 5 is 9. And it's also the same thing as 10 minus 1, which also equals 9. I just moved the numbers and dots around a little bit to make it into a plus 10 sentence. So I'm going to go back up onto my screen, and 14 minus 5 is actually the same thing as 14 minus, is actually the same thing as 10, maybe, there we go, 10 minus 1, and that equals 9. Wonderful. So I'd like you to finish the rest of the number sentences at the top. Okay, so you're going to do number 3 at the top, number 4 at the top, number 5, number 6, all the way until the end of page 5. Using the making a 10 strategy. It might help to use dots if you have something to use as dots. You'll need some scratch paper probably to do the make a 10 strategy. See if you can practice on your own. Let's try another strategy. Let's go back to number 1. On number 1, you will see that we have the number sentence 3 plus blank equals 12. We're going to do the count up strategy. What that means is we're going to start with the low number, which is 2. We're going to start with the low number, which is actually not 2, it's 3 right here. That's the littler, the lower, the smaller number. And I'm going to build 3. Now the count up strategy is just going to have me count up and see how many dots it takes to get to 12. So I've got my 3 dots. Let's see how many more dots it would take to get to 12. I've got 3. Remember, I'm counting until I get to 12 and then I'm stopping. Okay, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost there, 11, 12. Great, I made it to 12, but I'm not done just yet. I need to go back and look, how many stars did it take me to get to 12? It took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It took me 9 stars. So 3 plus 9, 3 circles plus 9 stars will give me 12. So 3 plus 9 equals 12. That's where I'm going to go back onto my paper for number 1. and I'm just going to write the number 9. Write the number 9. And my computer is not letting me do it, so I'm just going to have you write the number 9 right here in this box. Let's do one more together when it comes to the count up strategy. This one's a little easier. Number 2. Let's see. Number 2 says 5 plus blank equals 14. All right, let's make it bigger. I'm going to start this time with 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've got my 5 dots. Now what I need to do is I need to keep adding stars until I get to 14. All right, so we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's add up and see how many stars it took to get all the way to the number 14. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It took 9 stars. So 5 circles plus 9 stars would give us 14. So we'll go back onto our worksheet, and in the box, we will write the number 9. Okay, and mine's not letting me, so you'll write the number 9 right here. All right, the last thing that we're going to do after you finish this entire page, you're going to finish the top questions using the making a 10 strategy, and you're going to use the bottom questions on the counting on strategy. After you complete page 5, you've got one more, actually looks like 2 more pages to complete. The last strategy we will use today is word problems, taking apart word problems. Let's go ahead and dive right in for number 1. Number 1 says, Haley buys 9 potatoes. 9 potatoes. We're going to put the big number up at the top. We've got 9 potatoes. 4 of those potatoes are white potatoes. Making a number bond. The rest of the potatoes, I'm going to put a question mark. We don't know how many there are, but all we know is that the rest are red. How many red potatoes are there? Here's our big number. We've got 9. That's how many total potatoes there are. There are 9 total potatoes. 4 of those potatoes are white, the rest are red. Well, we took the 9 and we broke it apart. We took that 9 and we broke it apart. So, I'm going to start with the 9. We've got 9 potatoes. Got it. Out of those 9 potatoes, 4 of them are white. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest are red. The rest are red. So how many red potatoes are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 5 red potatoes. So for number 1, on page number 6, you'll put 9 red potatoes. Let's see if we have time for one quick more. All right, Levi has 17 pet fish. 7 of those fish are goldfish. This is how much he has altogether. He has 17 altogether. Of those 17, 7 are goldfish, and the rest are mollyfish. All right, how many fish are mollyfish? Well, you'll need to go back. And you'll need to put, let's see, let's just go ahead. I have 17 total fish. 17 total fish. Okay. 7 of the fish, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the fish are goldfish. How many are left that are mollyfish? You'll need to add those up.